Okay, I went up to the hardware store, picked up some new bolts to refit the trunk. I was a little bit concerned because the gap here is not quite as wide as the gap over here. So I was thinking that this trunk wasn't going to close correctly, which would have meant that I would have had to take this whole quarter panel back off. As you can see, it looks pretty good. There's no huge gap or anything. So that was a big relief. Over here it looks good too. One thing I did notice was that this panel back here, we got a big problem here with a gap here. So there's no gap over there, but then it dips down over here to a gap. So I'm going to have to take this panel off and do some more work, get that fit right. It's no big deal. This is not a hard panel to remove. This other one, however, was a lot of work, a lot of welding. So some good news there. And I'm taking these Plymouth letters off here. And what I think I'm going to do is, I'm not sure, because there's a lot of rust up in here. So I think I might have to actually get this dipped to get all the rust out of the inside there. Which is, come to think of it, I might end up just dipping the whole car. That would get every rust out of every nook and cranny. But before I do that, I want to have the trunk and everything put back in and all the body work ready to go, so that from there it can go straight to primer. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and start working on cutting this quarter panel off now. Okay, so I've been doing some work today. Got this whole quarter panel removed and ready to get started working on this, just like I did the other side. And boy, these white walls, they get really dirty just sitting around. I have to clean them every couple months with a scrubber. I just cleaned this one, and they do come clean, but I don't know, they get really dirty. Anyway, I'm ready to get started and hopefully get this thing done. Okay, I got this piece cut off there, and I'm ready to start in with the wire wheel and get this all cleaned up, just like I did the other one. Okay, last night I went through and took the wire wheel, got most of the surface rust cleaned off of here, and went back in with this rust dissolver, spread that around with a paintbrush, and this morning come back, it's turned hard and black, so I can go back in now with the wire wheel and clean all that off. Probably do another coat just to make sure I got everything, and then I can go ahead and get this all painted. Okay, I got the second coat of that rust dissolver wire wheeled off there, and then I went through with the hand sandblaster and got down in that corner where I couldn't reach with the wire wheel. Got everything looking pretty clean and ready to spray some paint on here. Okay, I went through with the rust reformer, and that's the black spray. I've sprayed all these areas that had a little bit of rust still left in them to seal that off, and some self-etching primer in there. Got down all in that corner real good. So yeah, I think after this dries, I'll be ready for another coat of just regular spray paint, and then I can get back to welding. Okay, I got this ready to trim out on my new fender here. Okay, I'm back at it today. What I've done is got started welding this quarter panel in there, and had to go through with the cutter and make sure I got good gaps there so that weld penetrates all the way around, and getting her done.
If you don't work on your dreams, someone will put you to work on theirs.
Okay, so far we've made it all the way around the rod. Just double check some stuff here. I will be laying the hood down here in a moment. Get some chips up here on top of the fender I think I've missed. Let's go ahead and get in the interior, get this thing started up, and finish the test drive. I've also got undercarriage shots on my test drive video and on maplemotors.com. That's a very important website if you really want to be in these classics or buy anything from us. Go to there and check out the questions and answers, the financing, and the shipping. Door panel's in great shape. Go ahead and be thinking, does that horn work? It's a little game we like to play on the channel. I used to